Alright, hello everybody. Welcome to another backtesting video. I'm going to go over just a random week throughout this month and just backtest the London session for you guys. I'm going to pick whatever, the first or second week of April. Let's go, let's go here, Monday, April 7th. Let's go there. We'll just do this week here. Not going to go into the higher time frames using the top-down approach. I'm literally just going to show what I would look for if I was trading this session this week using the models that we know. So we're approaching that London session. And what do we get here? For me, off the bat, no preparation. I haven't looked at this ahead of time. Sell side here. Sell side here. Ideally, we go to the second sell side as well, but if that doesn't happen, it is what it is. And buy side right here marked out very clearly. I'm going to wait for a sweep of sell side and potentially look for an entry on the lower time frame. So that's exactly what we get here. Now on the lower time frame, my entry might have already occurred. I'm going to go there and look. And then from this point, this is the dealing range. You could even hold as high as this high as well. So I'm just showing you several places where you can take profits at. We have this opposing 50-minute imbalance as well at around 670. So these are areas where you can take profits. So what do we get here? Well, immediately my entry was already tapped. I see it right off the bat. Low, high, lower low, sweep 1 minute, internal sweep, breaker right here. That is my entry. Bullish breaker right there. Enter off this right here. Stop below the low. And if you want to have a safe target, you can go to there. Like I said, that other high, you can try and attempt that as well if you would like. I'm just going to show you guys how you can do it very simply. Midpoint of the dealing range right here. You can mark out the midpoint of the dealing range. You could mark out the 50-minute opposing imbalance. Whatever you want to take partials at, you can pick. Opposing buy side liquidity, enter off that. That's it, that's all. So I'm just gonna go back to this entry just so I can look and say, okay, here, whatever. Let's just buy this. Take profits here. Stop loss right here. And whatever, we'll scale out like 4 contracts, let's say, at this midpoint, if we get the midpoint. We're gonna look to see if we get it. Nice dump right there into that gap. Want to see that gap hold. Want to see this gap get inversed. So we come for a retest of that breaker. Still nothing. So for me, I'm like, okay, price is stalling. I'm not loving this delivery just yet. We're still going to hold. Of course, that breaker has held. And we have an internal sweep here, so I have reason to believe we would head higher. So I'm just going to let it play out. Still very choppy price action. So there it is. Here is TP1 tapped. So sell 4 cons there. And I'll likely move stops to break even here. Final take profit at that opposing buy side liquidity right here. So whatever happens there happens. There we go. So there's trade number 1, 250 points off of a reversal. Very easy, very simple. You could even hold to this, like I said, if you really wanted to, and you would have got it as well. Again, you have options here that you can hold to. It's just a bigger demand. That's all. So that's that. There's one day. Monday is done. Let's go to, well, hold on. I might have gone a bit too far. No, we're good. Monday's done. Let's go to Tuesday here. All right. Now let's check Tuesday. What do we have here? All right, immediately my eyes point. We have 2 lows here of interest. High here that was already swept here. We have this high swept. So I would look to see if we do get an entry worth taking to the downside. If we get something. If I don't get anything, I have nothing to take. Again, like I said, I'm not using context, no higher time frame narrative, nothing. This is just going off the top. So I'm going to look for that entry. If I get it, I have it. If I don't, I have nothing to take. Very simply said. So let me go to the lower time frame, see if we do get an entry worth taking. If we do, I would execute. If we don't, I have nothing to take. So 3 a.m. comes. I'm going to wait for a sweep of this high potentially. And heading into that 3 a.m. hour, we get that sweep here. Right here. All right, let's see if we do form an entry. If we just head higher, I have nothing to take. Very simply said. Nothing just yet. Do we inverse this gap here? That's what I'll look towards. Still nothing. Again, one more sweep taken here. And if we just head higher, then for what it is right now, nothing to take. So it appears that we are doing that. So that would mean to me at that buy side liquidity level, nothing for me to take. So we look at this high here. What does price do from that point? Does price sweep this high? Still nothing yet. I'm going to wait. Nearing that high, we have this low here. Let me just mark out the dealing range prematurely. Now, what do we see here? Nothing really. This low didn't take this low. This low didn't take this low. For me, this would likely be an area of interest for this coming day. Not sure if we would get it in this session, but my eyes are peeled. So let me go down to the lower time frame and see if I find anything of interest. Sweep. And for me, this is what I want to take. Why? Are you seeing it now? I didn't say anything. I only wrote it down. I wanted to see if you guys saw what the initial point of entry was and why. and we have that displacement past a swing low. To me, that's textbook right there in price. And what are we getting now? So we get that displacement forming a gap. Internal liquidity, minor scale out a bit. Break even. I mean, I would even move it as low as this. Secure some profits. Whatever we get, we get. And there we go. Didn't actually get that liquidity, that move completely. Gave away a bit. Saw the change in the state. I'm fine with that there. But you're seeing the basis for these trades right now. Again, that one, I didn't want to just spoon feed it. Just told you. What are you seeing? I want you to look and why. So we're going to hold on. I wanted to see, did you guys see the sweep, the displacement? What did you guys see? And this is without context, remember. Okay, what am I seeing now? Well, immediately took this. We have this price, respect this. If price disrespects it, I have nothing to take. So far as being respected, 50-minute imbalance high. We have this low as well. That low as well can pose some interest. Let's see if we get the entry, if we get an entry. If we don't, then it's simple, we have nothing to take, and this session would likely be a dead one. Again, we're waiting. And to me, we have the entry. What is it? Gap formed, breakaway gap right above it, internal sweep right here. All right, looks good to me. You can wait for the retest. You can enter here if you would like prematurely, like I said, and the stop loss is quite hefty. But like I said, I'm just showing you guys what it's like. So whatever, here we'll go. We'll take the premature entry. Usually I'll wait for a retest, but it's all good. So we'll see what we get here. Do we get price balance, rebalance to this and balance here? Does it fill this unfilled gap, or does it stop us out? There we go. Stops to break even, and whatever happens from this point happens. And there we go. Stop that break even on the remainder of the trade. And price from that point does actually go to our take profit. So I would have likely put stops to break even, which is fine. We saw the rebalance. Price continued. That's it. That's all. You could keep your stop loss where it is, or you can put it to break even. It's all a matter of preference. Next day. Whoops. I'm not looking. I didn't see the candle. So okay, heading into this London session on the Thursday. What are we getting? Well, I sped it ahead of time, so I kind of saw. So I'm not going to take a trade, but I'm not going to take this trade. But sweep of liquidity, bearish imbalance right here, textbook, and we have this low here of interest, this low here. That I would have liked to see price gravitate towards, and that's exactly what we got. Again, I would have looked for an entry here. I saw it ahead of time, so we'll just ignore that, pretend like I didn't see it, pretend like I didn't take a trade there. That's it. That's all. And the last day of the week, let's see what we get here. All right, we're gonna wait for price to show us something that we would like. We have a 15-minute bullish imbalance here. Why is that important? I might look for a trade from that. To me, delivery is bullish. I might look for an internal sweep, rejection off that 15-minute bullish imbalance, and come and target that. Internal sweep occurs. right here. So we have a 15-minute bullish imbalance. Order flows bullish on the 15-minute sweep, internal sweep. All right, what do we get here? Inverse gap. So you have multiple options. Do you take that premature entry? This would be premature. Your risk if you would like. Do you want to wait for the change in the state breaker validation? You can wait for that as well. What do you want to do? And then my take profit would be either wick high here. We'll go right here, internal liquidity right here. And that's it, that's all. So let's just enter this here, whatever it may be. Enter off that, stop right here. Take profit, scale out, let's say half if the internal liquidity is tapped. And that's it, that's all. Not yet tapped. I'm gonna wait to see if we get stopped on the last trade of this day. Potentially might happen right here. And there we go. So stopped out on one of the trades. And what is it? That is on this week. I would, in the London session, go 3-1. Considering Thursday, pretending like I had nothing to take, I probably would have got an entry, would have gone like 4-1 likely. But that's just showing exactly how to trade that session with no context at all using the reversal model. So I hope you got some insight. I'll do more of these, and good luck, everyone. Take care.